Dominic, well done. One place to start. You know you can hit them. 30 yards out, top corner. It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, finally I got to my position. And yeah, I didn't really think much if I have a chance to shoot. So I just take the chance and shot it, and finally hit it also good.
Look, I've got to ask, a few moments later, one to forget. Well, how did that go down at half-time with your manager and your teammates?
Yeah, sorry for the team again. I made it hard for us. With an easy mistake, I would say, but yeah, football happens. We move on, and yeah, we take the next round.
In the end, job done. You set your stall out today with the intention, a strong team to win this competition. First step on the road today.
Of course. We wanted to show that we take it seriously. Anyways, anybody plays. I think we always take it seriously, but we showed again today that we need the whole squad. The new guys came in who didn't play maybe as much as the others, but again, they showed also quality, and yeah, we need everyone.
On those news guys, Florian works today, gets his goal, gets his assist. Where is this squad at? How far from being the best version of Liverpool are you?
Wow, good question. I think we need a little bit more time together to get to know each other better. From the summer on, I think we developed a lot, and all the new guys settled in very well, I think. But you need to ask them first of all. Yeah, I'm happy for Flo as well, for Hugo as well, and for all of the guys.
Well, 11 unbeaten, but good to get a win here at Anfield.
Of course. This was also for the fans. Yeah, we move on.
Dom, well done. All the best. Cheers.
Arne Slot, who's been speaking to Liam McDevitt.
Arne, job done, 4 goals. Were you happy with the level of performance you saw from your team tonight?
I was happy with the goals we scored. Were nice goals. But I think it was far too long a game that was tight, because 2-0 up, then giving a goal away like that made it difficult till 5-10 minutes before the end. Difficult in the sense of another one bad moment, and it could have been 2-2. So yeah, good goals, but again, not enough chances from all the ball possession we had.
Just had the Barnsley manager Connor in there. He said he felt like it was disrespectful from Szoboszlai there. It's a mistake, but what's your take on it?
What does he mean with disrespectful?
He said he didn't think he would do it in a Premier League game to try and backkill the ball like that. So I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and how you reacted at half-time.
I don't think you should do that in an FA Cup game or a League Cup game or in a friendly game or in a training session. So it's a weird choice. And I also have my opinion about it, but I prefer to keep that to myself and speak about that with Dom.
Positives, the goals you scored today and the nature of them. Florian Wirtz, he's really starting to click at the moment. You were happy with he came on and made such a good impact to your team?
Yeah, if you come in for half an hour, I think, and you have a goal and assist, and a few other good moments, then you can definitely say he brought something to the team, something creative, and that was what we in general need, but what we needed today as well.
Set your intention out with the squad today. This is a competition that you and your squad of players are going to take seriously, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely, but there was also no other choice, because I wasn't able to play 11 other players because I don't have. Yeah, and I have to take the under-21s or the 18 players, but you could see today that you have to respect this competition, you have to respect Barnsley, because even with large part of our starters, and in the end almost all our starters, they made it really difficult for us.
On injuries at the minute, Rio and Gomoa came off holding his hamstring. I know it's early, but is there any indication of whether that will be long-term?
No, I think that's cramp. I hope that's cramp, and I expect it to be cramp as well, which is not so strange, because he hasn't made that many minutes this season, and today he made 70, 75, something like that. So that's good for him. And I think, without wanting to disrespect them, but the intensity levels in the Premier League are even higher. So that is a nice first stage for Rio to keep working really, really, really hard to be able to play 90 at this level.
Arne, well done. Take care. Cheers.
He's certainly an honest manager, Lee. Do we think they'll have been happy with the performance that they've seen from Liverpool tonight, Maka?
Probably not. Happy with the result, of course, like most people are, but I think the performance, they would have expected it to be more dominant, a bit more progressive in their play, a bit more creative. That's, you know, that you're picking holes into them. They've won 4-1 and they're through to the next round.
Yeah.
But you still, you know, as I said afterwards, if they're going to win this trophy, they're going to have to improve immeasurably. That performance is not good enough to lift the trophy when they play better opposition. They're going to have to play a lot better than that when they play Brighton here in a couple of weeks. But they got the right result and they've scored 4 at home. So you can't go overboard on it too much. On the criticism, sorry.
Yeah, there's one thing we do love to see, it's good goals. And we did see some of those tonight, starting with Dominic Szoboszlai.
Yeah, definitely. Outstanding finish, a great strike, something that we've seen him do earlier throughout the season. So that element wasn't surprised. But probably a little bit lack of creativity in the first half, and this was the moment of brilliance. And for me, come against the run of play. He picks up the ball and no one closed him down. And he spoke after the game that as soon as he's seen the goal, he was going to strike, and it's as clean as you're going to see.
You just don't stop those, do you?
No, it was a wonderful strike, and we've seen him hit the ball. I mean, this free kick against Arsenal, he has all kinds of movements on it, and there's only a certain type of player who can strike a ball like that. I certainly couldn't strike a ball like that. I don't know whether Joleon could, but he's a special talent who can do that. So it was nigh on unstoppable. And then when Frimpong scores to make it 2, you thought to yourself, right, relax now, let's make it 3, let's make it 4, and make it a nice, comfortable evening. And the Frimpong goal was a lovely goal. Again, creative, getting the ball wide into the Salah position as such. Cuts in on his left foot. He wants to go right, but cuts in left this time. Gets a shot away. Immense power. Goalkeeper, no chance. 2-0 up, and you thought, like, relax. Let's get a load of confidence out of it. Let's rest players at half-time, if need be.
Definitely, this would have been the scoreline they would have anticipated. Yeah. Whether this is the way they wanted to score, who knows? But they would have anticipated being up 2 goals at half-time. But then to go in with a 1-goal lead from a slightly naive bit of play from Szoboszlai would be frustrating.
A slightly naive bit of play, is that what we're going with here?
Being polite. Yeah.
Being polite, because at the end they're talking to Liam, he didn't exactly say why he made that decision as to what he did. But as you said, you didn't feel that he would do this, seeing if they were playing Arsenal.
I think as an ex-footballer, and me and Joleon are, of course, you just wonder how on earth that came into his mind. That is so alien to anybody playing football professionally at the highest level, to try and backheel it on the edge of his 6-yard box to a goalkeeper who's not expecting it, while you're getting closed down by Adam Phillips and you're going away from goal. He could have done anything, kicked it into the Kop, kicked it into the Kenny Dalglish stand, anything he wants. And he chose that. And that, for me, is the weirdest thing to comprehend. Fair play to Adam Phillips. Love the fact that he got a goal in front of the Kop. He worked hard, kept on travelling. He could have easily given on that Szoboszlai run, but he kept on going and he got his rewards. But I'm still incredibly confused in what was going through his mind at that particular time.
Yeah, and only he will know. And if we asked him direct questions, maybe he answered it. But again, he's initially done ever so well, trapped the run, and now I'm seeing it. Is he trying to confuse Phillips by look like he's going to backheel it and drag it forward?
Maybe.
I think he's trying to scale like a dummy. Yeah, like a dummy. But again, there's just no need for it. There's never going to be a need to do that in the 6-yard box. And as I said, it's something that you may have seen in the academies, but professionally.
Even if he got it right, what was Mamardashvili going to do with it? He was on his heels. He didn't want it.
On his weak foot. So again, there wasn't enough pluses for that to happen.
Yeah.
2-1 at the minute. Then there is a penalty shout.
Yeah.
You both have different opinions, and I say you in terms of Ali McCoist and yourself.
I'm with Joleon. Coisty and Darren Fletcher changed their minds because they thought first it was a foul with the feet.
Yeah.
And then if you see Szoboszlai's yellow boot, he kicks it there. And then they changed their mind to say it's a pull on the shirt. So the pull on the shirt for me is nothing. He's fallen over, he's off balance. The only question, did Szoboszlai kick the ball? And the answer was yeah. So it is not a penalty for me whatsoever. He's off balance there, clearly. Forget the pull of the shirt. He kicks the ball, Szoboszlai. And no penalty, not at all for me.
Yeah, you have a stronger argument if you say he pushes him in the back. But again, there's not enough contact. There definitely touches the ball there. So initially, there was arguing or debating.
It'll be very interesting to see what Conor Hourihane thinks. I get the fact that he's angry. I get the fact that he's upset. But I think initially everybody thought...
He's kicked him.
He's kicked him. clearly got the touch first, and then you'd say definite penalty. But I'm not giving a penalty for the pull of a shirt. No chance, I'm sorry.
Well, there's no VAR until the 5th round in the FA Cup, so...
I wouldn't have given that anyway.
Yeah,
right.
I don't think it's a clear and obvious error, regardless of what happened. So, yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't give it. And as a defender, yeah, I'm thinking that's harsh.
That's why I don't trust Fletcher or McCoy. That's why the pair of them are wearing glasses up there.
Yeah,
Magnifying glass out. Florian Wirtz, interesting from him tonight. What do you make of his performance? Because he scored a goal, but he also had a terrible miss just before that.
Again, similar to Szoboszlai, the technique he used was strange to me. This is a technique you use if you're high on confidence and you've scored numerous goals. So to actually attempt that, that is an outrageous attempt, considering he needs goals, he needs assists, he needs moment in front of the goal. And as I said, thankfully he did go on to score and get an assist, but it's a poor attempt.
I'm the same. I have no. He's an incredibly talented boy and he does things that other people can't do. But to go with the outside of your right foot, when if he went with his left foot, it's a certain goal, but the outside of his right foot, he's leaning back and it's almost, he's hitting on the half volley, so he couldn't control it. Where this, he knows exactly what he's doing. Gets it onto his right foot, opens the goal up, and he's whipping it into that far corner. Beautiful goal. Really, he should have finished with 2 assists, and everybody's saying what an incredible player he is. But you'd almost focus on his miss and you think, at 2-1, why is he doing that? But in effect, it doesn't matter now, does it? He's trying something out and he'll probably won't do that again.
Arne Slot had to turn to the bench tonight and he did bring on the big guns, so to speak, didn't he, Jolene?
Well, he had to bring on players through injury as well. Some of them wasn't all down to performance, but yeah, he probably ended with more players than he would have anticipated to. But this, again, great break. These aren't the type of goals we would have considered Liverpool having to score. We probably higher up the pitch, more sustained attacks, more sustained pressure, but can't take nothing away from the ball, the run, the timing of it all, and the technique used in all elements here. So this is a fine, well-worked goal.
Yeah, that's just class, isn't it? You know, quick play, quick movement from Wirtz, in and out. First time ball on a play to Ekitike, he doesn't have to break stride. That's lovely, that's exactly what we should see.
Good to see him back scoring front of goal, considering he's been out.
Yes, they've lacked creativity and Cody Gakpo's done well over the last couple of days, led the line on his own, but without Isak, without Ekitike and without Mo, it's told. So great to see them back, and the sooner we get Mo back, I know he's got Senegal in the semi-finals, we wish him all the best, but he's in really good form for Egypt, so the sooner they get bodies back up front, it'll help them out.
All right, well, let's